Welcome to Whiskey and Whitetails, the show for those at home with a passion and drink with a purpose. I'm Gus.
I'm Matt.
As always, we are your hosts. Thank you to our Patreon for their support. Congratulations to Patreon executive producer Brian on a killer buck he put down this past week. And thanks to all the rest of you who support us and comment and give us shit and generally have a good time with us. And thanks to the Waypoint Network for having us. This week, we're just hanging out and chit-chatting. Nothing crazy. Update some folks on some future plans, how the whitetail season's going, drinking some bourbon, the usual. So stay tuned.
This podcast is sponsored by Vantage Point Archery.
Are you tired of broadheads that don't give you perfect flight every time? It's time to make the switch to VPA broadheads. These rock-solid CNC machine broadheads are precision-made to ensure flawless flight with every shot. No weld lines or brazing. These broadheads possess bone-splitting strength that will give you the confidence to take down any game.
No matter the animal you're pursuing, VPA has the perfect broadhead for you. With options like 2-blade, 3-blade, single or double bevel, vented or solid, and weights ranging from 100 to 300 grains, you can customize your setup to fit your needs.
VPA is introducing the new VPA Omega broadhead. This revolutionary design combines the most desirable features of a single bevel head with the strength of a double bevel head. The result is an unmatched performance and effectiveness in the field.
So say goodbye to the tedious sharpening methods and hello to minimal work and maximum results.
Visit VPABroadheads.com to check out the new VPA Omega broadhead and explore their full range of high-quality broadheads. VPA Broadheads, where precision meets performance. Happy weekend.
Yeah, same to you.
Congratulations on having a 98% functional kitchen, I would say.
Yeah, man. I'm there. I cooked yesterday.
Cooked dinner. How'd that feel to cook in your own house again?
It was pretty nice. It's
how long,
even though.
How long has it been? How long have you been out of commission with a kitchen?
Over a month.
Damn.
Yeah, been eating out almost every day for a month.
So check this out. So the only experience that I've ever heard of that is anything. I'm sure there are tons of experiences like this, but my uncle, Scotty, and his wife Lori, and my cousin Braden was a baby. They bought a home and immediately moved in, but immediately started renovating it. And when I say renovating it, like everything, and this is the house that we stayed in when we went to Louisiana. Mm. So I don't know if you remember the room that you stayed in.
Not really.
Is like a small little, 10 by 12 foot room. They stayed in that room, all three of them, the two of them and the baby, with a desk, a bed, and a kitchenette area they made with a microwave. And that's how they lived for several months while they renovated the kitchen in that house to get it livable. Yeah.
Wow.
I couldn't eat out of he would go to the firehouse kitchen and cook meals and bring them back to the house.
That makes sense. At least he had that option.
Yeah, for sure.
I had one day I was going to cook something and I went out there for the grill, and I have done this 3 times now. When I turn the grill off, instead of turning it off, I turn it all the way on. So I went out there and the propane was all the way on.
Oh,
and
that
I was like,
sucks.
Perfect. Great. Yeah. I've done that 3 times. I don't know how. It drives me nuts.
That's
it sucks, man. So I guess I could talk about. I'll read the email.
Okay.
Did you see it? I posted it in my story. Did you see it?
Oh yeah, the contractors.
Okay. So this is the response. This is the final. So I'll tell you the whole story, but this is the final response. Good morning. I spoke to the crew and they do not have any of your tools. If you feel like they stole from you, I would suggest call the police and file a report. That's how it ended.
Yeah.
So they unplugged my deep freezer. So I lost a ton of meat. Have we talked about this?
I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast, but I know we talked about it in person.
Yeah. Well, just in case we have, I'll keep it short. Basically, we argued about. He was like, "What do you want? $100 off?" I was like, "Okay." So I had a whole summer worth of figs. There was the elk meat had thawed out, and blood had gotten all over everything.
Gross.
And, I mean, it ruined everything in the freezer. Which I owed $480, I think, on the rest of the flooring. And I just told him, I was like, I'm not going to pay that. So I prefer if I just never heard from you again, and that was the end of it. And then I found out there was tools missing, but to be fair, one of the tools that was missing, I just things have not there, One of them was a pry bar that I borrowed from a neighbor.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, I need it back." And I was like, I swore I've given it back to him because I haven't seen it in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And So I emailed them and I was like, at minimum, I need that back because it's not mine, And that was the response to that email. But it turns out I found it in the garage. So they didn't steal that, but they did steal like, and I'm not even sure it's stealing. It could have just been, let's clean up our
Yeah.
tools and leave for the day, and they
Yeah.
just grab tools.
Guys just grabbing tools
Yeah.
and trying to clean up. It's
But
still
what it
annoying.
is yeah. But I think the reason they're just like screw it is because the guys were from Brazil, and I don't believe they're in the country anymore. I think they just come here and they do a job and they get the money and they go home. Um,
Oh,
so it's like there's nothing I can do about it. But the
interesting.
floor is already starting to crack in a few places.
What?
Yeah, I got 2 cracked tiles, and then the grout in several spots is cracked. And the guy that did the backsplash, he was like, "There's only one way to fix this, and that's to rip it all out and do it again." I was like, "Well, I'm not doing that." So
Fuck no.
yeah, the review's gonna be in depth, and I'm gonna
Abysmal.
go to the house and take pictures of everything that I know that's screwed up. I mean, we'll
Yeah.
see how bad it is when I get under there. It's just frustrating, man. It's like you spend all this time and money doing stuff, and the majority of what I had done, there's things that bother me. It's like if I owned that company, there's no way I would have done that.
Yeah.
But
It's people just don't seem to take a lot of pride in their work anymore.
no,
And I see
and
it
it's
I see it everywhere from just, contracting type work. There's I've seen 3 or 4 different posts just in the last couple months from our, like, neighborhood Facebook page of folks paying contractors to come out to do work, and they just, just kinda half-ass it, and or
mm,
they don't return to finish the work, and some of this is on the fault of the customer, right? Like, you should never hire a contractor that's not bonded and insured.
right.
You should never pay a full, full price up front.
Yeah, no,
You're just begging for them to walk off and not come back.
yeah,
And I know for a fact I've tried calling contractor numbers that are posted inside, like, or on the outside of the power panel or in the garage that for that built the home. And most of those numbers are disconnected or the voice box is full. You can never get a hold of those guys.
well, we saw that in the last neighborhood that we lived in. They put up a shell company and they built the neighborhood under the shell company,
And then they
and then
peace
once the
out.
neighborhood was done, they closed the company,
Yeah.
and it's like it's crazy that's normal.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
yeah,
Business in America.
yeah,
Capitalism. Cheers.
yeah, 100%. What are you sipping on?
I'm drinking this Starlight, this Camp Hero pick from
Nice.
that we got from the dinner.
Do you still have that duck?
The duck, yes, somewhere around here. The kid's been playing with it.
Nice. Okay, you got to make sure
Yeah, yeah. I
you know
haven't
where that
forgotten.
belongs.
I haven't forgotten.
It's funny, man. I saw a video the other day of somebody had walked up to his truck and they had or his Jeep Gladiator, and it had one of those little duckies in the door handle, and he like picked it up and threw it across the parking lot and got in the truck.
So,
And all the
who did?
comments, the guy that owned the Jeep,
Oh yeah.
and all the comments were like, first of all, that's not even a real Jeep; it's a Gladiator.
Oh my god. Okay.
But they're like, why are you such a dick? Like, that they're just trying to be cool for your build. And then there's people in there like, I'm so glad my Jeep has a windshield full of rubber duckies.
Man, it's such a
People are
weird
going,
thing to me, man. Like, it's such
yeah,
a weird thing. I'm
I
gonna
don't get
start
it.
something. I'm gonna start a Toyota version of that for Tundras, and it's gonna be like little Japanese, I don't know,
Little
I mean,
samurai things.
little Japanese figures or something, some
Yeah,
anime figure.
you should. Pretty sure this dude's making a killing
Little
because you have to get
little
like the
baby
official.
Yodas. Little baby
Oh,
Yodas.
that would be clever. Yeah, because I bet you there's a ton of little baby Yodas.
Oh man, I might have just stumbled onto my retirement, man.
Yeah. For F-250s, you just leave like a AAA card.
Gas card.
Yeah, gas card. Yeah.
Hey man, if you feel bad for you, here's $20.
Yeah. It's
Get you a couple miles down the road.
if it it feels like I spend a lot in fuel, but I think everybody does. I'm not sure my truck gets worse gas miles. I mean, I get like 20 on the highway, which is pretty good.
Yeah, it's about what I get in that Toyota.
Yeah. So I think we're probably all spending the same.
Yeah.
Uh I went with Kentucky Spirit.
Mm.
Yeah.
How
So
excited are you to get that pick? You guys did
oh,
the wild turkey.
yeah. So this is gonna be a bottle kill. Nice. Fully empty. Um very. So it was supposed to come out Friday.
Yeah.
Um and I'm guessing it wasn't delivered on Friday.
Mm.
So We'll did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Okay, cool. Um, computer alert. Yeah, it was supposed to come out Friday and it didn't. So I'm guessing it'll be sometime this week.
Nice.
It might be today. You'll know
Oh,
because we'll post a when it's available. We're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
do a collab post with Gibby's Bottle Shop. So there will be a nice video for you for the pick, and you can go get it. So we picked two. He's gonna release them one at a time. So
Oh, nice. That's a
this one's
smart move.
cool. It's the sticker's Bill Murray, which is fun. And the quote I'm gonna put on it is uh, you can handle just about anything that comes at you out on the road. You can handle just about anything that comes at you out on the road with a believable grin, common sense, and whiskey. And that's what I'm going to put in the post, I think,
Solid.
which is a
It's
Bill
good.
Murray quote.
It's a good quote.
Yeah. Then the next one that comes out, the sticker's a turkey. Um, it says master baster. And it's a turkey like basting,
Itself.
kind of. Yeah, with white liquid. It's really
Oh
funny.
my.
It's going to be a good sticker.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a really good pick. I am excited to taste it again. See how it is proof
Yeah.
down.
You see anything on your sit the other day other than those babies?
Yeah, I debated telling the story, but
Mm.
I might just tell it.
Your story. It's your
Yeah.
story to tell.
So I got out there to put corn back in the feeder or whatever, and I put down a salt lick just because I had it at the back of the truck and forgot about it. But um, so I went and parked the truck and walked back, and within 40 minutes, that little fawn that lives over there came up, and
Hmm.
it's funny, man. They all do the same thing. Just sitting there watching them, it comes out all sketch, and it doesn't go straight to the corn. It like walked around, like and then
Yep.
it circles back into the woods, and then it comes out right underneath my stand.
Hmm.
And it goes over there, and then it eat for a little while, and its mama showed up, and I was watching mama, and obviously I'm not going to kill mama.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do a Bambi part two, but they and I'm referring to the movie. I've never killed a doe with her fawn. Anywho, mama never really came out. Like she could tell something was up, but she didn't
Hmm.
blow at me this time, which is cool because normally she gets all fired up and blows at me. But I'm guessing they didn't smell me at all. So I actually wore Sitka this time.
Hmm.
And I've told you I'm invisible in Sitka. So I wore that and I just came from work, so I probably smelled like a human,
Hmm.
but I sprayed nose jammer,
Yeah.
like head to toe, covered myself in nose jammer, even though I'm allergic to it, but I didn't break out. So that's cool.
Oh, nice. What's in it you're allergic to? Is it the what's
Yes.
the not alpha? It's not alfalfa. Is it something else?
No, it's, uh, damn it.
Sorry.
It's, if you had asked me before now, oh, what is it? It's the only thing I'm allergic to. Mm, can't remember.
Anyways,
Ragweed. Ragweed.
rag. That's what it is. I knew
I
it was
just
something
thought about it.
or something.
Um, which makes me wonder if there's really ragweed in it. It says vanillin and other natural aromatic compounds.
Hmm.
Actually, jam. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's lignin is what's in it. So that's anyway. So yeah, and then this doe came out, and I was like, I'm gonna take this doe, and as she got closer, I saw it was a button buck, so it was a pretty big button because I thought it was a doe. Then it dipped, and then like right at last light, a doe did come out,
Yeah.
and so I was watching her, and she walked up to the corn, and I just couldn't get a shot.
Hmm.
Um, and so as she was leaving, I pulled back, and I was like, if she comes on the other side of this tree, like I was aimed right in the front of the tree.
Yeah.
So I did let go an arrow, and it did hit her because I heard it, and she like stumbled down and then made this like grunt noise,
Yeah.
and I was like, sick, nailed it. And then she jumped up and took off, just fucking
What?
bolted. And I'm like, what just happened? I mean, I watched her do it. And so I'm sitting there like, no, she couldn't have gone far. I'm pretty sure that was a good hit. So I went down there,
Hmm.
got the arrow. There was very, very little blood on the arrow.
Yeah.
And there was like 2 drops of blood where she fell.
Yeah.
and it was. I'm not sure where I hit her. I'm guessing I just nicked, and it must have like stumbled her. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I tracked, and I mean, I was out there for over an hour with
Mm.
flashlights. I never found another drop of blood. I never found her.
Yeah.
Just like, and I feel terrible, the whole way home. I'm like
Yeah. It's weird
pissed
though, man.
off.
Whitetail, well, first of all, whitetail is super resilient,
Yeah,
so it's one of those things, but they also whitetail's bodies have these weird spots like along between the vitals and the spine and some other areas where there's like it's just these weird cavities where there's nothing vital there,
yeah,
and you can get a pass through and it bleeds very little, and it really, other than making them, like you said, grunt, which is probably just their version of a, ah, shit.
yeah.
They're fine. It's annoying, and you feel, like you said, you feel like shit, but there's not a whole lot you can do about it.
Well, she was on camera this morning, so it didn't kill her.
Oh, that's good.
So I feel a lot better. But I figured that I had ruined that spot. But there was actually a buck on there this morning too. I was
Nice.
sound asleep at
This is the second
7
time you've
o'clock.
had a buck there in the morning, man.
Yeah, I need to go in the morning. It's just not constant, It's not consistent. It's every once in a while. There's a
Yeah.
buck in the morning. But I can tell you, sitting out there, man, I heard 5, maybe 6 rifle shots from all different directions. Just
Mm,
single.
yeah.
So there's people hunting around that property,
Right.
and I'm guessing all those nice big bucks that I had on camera before August 15th, I'm guessing they're probably dead. I
Time
don't
will
know.
tell.
Yeah.
Time
Don't
will
know.
tell.
Did you get out this morning?
No. I mean, I don't know how I'm talking right now and not coughing every 5 minutes. I've been dying the last 4 or 5 days. Told you I was coughing up blood the other day, and I don't know what I got going on. I've been pounding over the counter medicines, which I don't do a whole lot of for the past 2 days, just trying to get it under control.
Mm.
Um, but it's no, I haven't been sleeping much. I set my alarm for 4 o'clock this morning, and I slept straight through them. Jessica turned them off, and she said she felt bad waking me up because it seemed like I was actually sleeping for the first time in several days. So she just left me alone. I think I woke up around 7. I can't tell you last time I slept in that late
Why'd you set an alarm for 4 on a Sunday?
to get up and go hunt.
Oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna get up this morning and hunt. I set up before I get up, kind of, shuffle around, get some coffee, do what I got to do, and head out by 5 so I can get into a stand by 6. Was the
Yeah.
plan. It just didn't happen,
Yeah.
but I'm
Well,
feeling better. It was probably. I was gonna go this afternoon. It's pouring outside right now. It's thunderstorming out this way, so it's not ideal. But tomorrow or tomorrow afternoon, maybe we'll see.
it started raining here at like 10, and I think it's still raining. Pretty sure.
Yeah, it's a fun time of year,
Have you
rain
looked
wise,
into
hurricane season, tropical storm season. It's
Oh, yeah.
weather's either nice and cool. It's going to start to be nice and cool and beautiful, or it's going to be wet and miserable.
I will tell you that, man, when I sat Friday, evening, the weather was perfect. It was so
Hmm.
nice. Like, I didn't sweat a drop, which is the first time for me this year. Have
Yeah,
you,
yeah, the weather was gorgeous on Friday.
yeah, I liked it. And then trudging through the woods. Dude, I didn't realize how thick, because I've never been in there, but I didn't realize how thick it is. I can see the trail that they walk, and I walk
Hmm.
that pretty far, and then it just gets, it's those palm fronds, those tiny ones.
Yeah,
But all the trees, they're not. I'm guessing that place was logged, so the trees aren't very tall. So it's just unbelievably thick,
yeah,
and there are so many spiders. I took a picture of a spider killing a dragonfly that was like the size of my hand.
nice.
Yeah, um, yeah, that place was thick. I had spider webs all over me when I came back out.
Yeah, the I pulled a deer out of some stuff like that once. It's the very first deer I ever shot on that property, up where we at the club, and it was in that big food plot on the right. If you're sitting in that big blind to the right hand side, and it took off and ran into the corner, into the woods there. So I followed it in there, and it ran and it piled up underneath a bunch of this really low, like short palms and bushes, and I had to crawl on my hands and knees and tie a rope to its legs and put it over my shoulder and then crawl like on my hands and knees with it behind me to get, like, I don't know, probably a good 100 yards to get it out of there. That was
Hmm.
miserable.
Yeah, it's not good. The um, what was I going to say? Damn, I had a good thought. Have you looked into saddles yet for this year?
I
That
have.
I bought.
I've got some tabbed. Well, the one I want is out of stock. I'm waiting for him to come back in stock so I can buy it.
Yeah.
So
Which brand? Tethered?
tethered, yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what I
I like
figured.
the big the one they have kind of for the XL or whatever. It's got
Mhm.
it kind of comes up a little higher on the lower back and it just looks more comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're all comfortable. I haven't discredited the other ones that are completely thrown out the idea of getting one of those. If it goes on too much longer, I'm just gonna bite the bullet and get another one.
Yeah. I've got the Cruiser I've got, like, it comes up. It's got a pleat in it, so you can pull it up over your love
Oh,
handles.
cool. Nice,
But
yeah.
the thing I figured out is the tree that I'm sitting in there, it's 2 trees kinda growing together,
Mhm.
and, so I have it I'll adjust it so I can sit down pretty much like you would be in a chair,
Yeah.
and I can lean back against that other tree, and then I have a camera arm that I can put my elbow on, and,
Nice.
it's like I'm sitting in a chair in the top of a tree, which is really cool.
Huh.
I'm enjoying it.
Sounds comfy.
I will say shooting that doe, I'm gonna go back to a single pin.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, because she was 25 yards, and so I'm in between 2 pins, and, that's not ideal when you're trying to be
Yeah.
deadly on a small doe.
No, it's tough, especially depending on your height and your angle.
Yeah,
Um,
and tree branches, and it was getting
which
dark.
single pin do you like? Do you already have one or did you?
No, I can't remember what I used to have. It's in the closet over there somewhere,
Okay.
but I was looking at, man, brain is not working today. Dialed. I was looking at Dialed.
Okay.
Let me look it up real quick.
Should grab that
Dialed archery.
grab that Garmin.
Dude. The problem is, the battery's gonna die, and then
Oh yeah, right. Especially right at prime time when you need it.
so they have I'll share. Present. Share screen. Dialed archery. Share. Okay. Um, so you can build your own,
Oh, nice.
which is why I was liking it. But it's expensive. $500 site.
Holy shit.
Yeah. But if you want, you can do like orange and green.
Ooh, that
Change the
makes it
tape.
worth $500.
Yeah, I know.
Good lord.
Frame color. Ooh, look at all these
Well, that's
different
kind of cool.
options. Yeah. But want it. Don't think I can do it. But with technology today, dude, that you can go to there's people that sell the tapes. You just go in and put in like your spline information
Yeah,
and all that stuff, and they'll build you a tape just for
your
what
bow
area you're
setup.
shooting. Yeah, for your
Nice.
complete setup. And
Wow.
it's supposed to be like put it on and it's perfect. So that's the reason I've been looking at it
Yeah.
because you always wonder like, am I going to have enough time to range find before I shoot? And that's why I'm like, I'd rather have multiple pins because I can range find, at that tree. I know that tree's 30 yards, that tree's 40
Right.
yards, this tree's 20. So I know where to be, but in reality, that's not 100% true because they're not going to be right in front of that tree.
Yeah.
And I sat up there and ranged every single animal that walked in, and none of them noticed me.
Yeah.
Which, normally this isn't a problem, but where I'm hunting is, I mean, you can't even see more than 20 yards. It's everything is right there. I mean, I was close and intimate with all of those animals. I mean, they
Hmm.
were walking right underneath me, and I'm always worried about them being that close and seeing me, but I still had no problem with that in that close.
Nice. Yeah, I always worry that the extra movement of do it ranging is one thing, and then having to put it down and then continue to move around, you're just
Yeah.
adding more movement. But I guess if you're high enough up and you've got good enough cover, it shouldn't matter that much.
Well, let's see the benefit too about the saddles because you sit behind the tree, so I can get away. I try to find a tree that's about my width,
Yeah,
which is hard, but when you get up that high, but yeah, so I'll just hide behind the tree and do all my little things, and I'll just kind of poke out a little bit to range
hmm,
find. And it's also nice because it gets your mind off of things. You can just sit there behind the tree, and every once in a while poke your head over, and it's like, oh shit, there's a deer there. I didn't
yeah,
even
yeah,
know it was there. But yeah, I enjoy it. I'm thinking about getting a single pin. I don't know if I can afford a dialed one. Well, I mean, I can afford it, but I don't know if I can afford it,
yeah. I know what you mean.
like mentally.
It is a big investment. It's not. I don't know. I think I've gotten used to. I don't know. I think I'd have to go back. I'm not going to do it in the middle of the season. If I go back to a single pin, it'll be in the off season, and I'll give myself the off season to practice with it and get used to it again.
Yeah.
Um, I got used to it before the we went on that elk hunt. That's what I had. I didn't mind it too much, but I don't know. There's just something. Maybe it was just that one in particular. I had a hard time with getting it dialed in and sighted in correctly. It was just there's a lot of variant.
Yeah.
It just always seemed. I know it just didn't seem very consistent, and I'm sure it was me. I'm sure I was doing something wrong. But I went back to my 3 pin or 4 pin, and all that went away. I think it was mostly mental. I think it was just getting in my own head. And then you took the shot IQ class,
Yeah.
and how much of it's mental. The more of that kind of stuff you can alleviate and move out of your head. If it's something that's bothering you that's disrupting you from focusing, it's going to be a problem. So
Yeah.
I just went back to my 4 pin, and I haven't had any issues since then. So
Yeah. It would be kind of dumb for me to switch mid season, but I don't know. I got to think about it. It's just,
if we're going to go to
uh,
that big show we're talking about earlier, that'd probably be a good place to get some deals on some stuff when we're there.
yeah, I'm 100% going. So, um, yeah, the Great American Out. So, well, let me back up. So we talked, I think last week or 2 weeks ago about the Whitetail Distraction podcast. They had us on. We talked some
Yep.
whiskey stuff. So if you haven't heard, if you like listening to us talk, there's some rambling on there, but they broke it up into 2 parts.
Nice.
And the first episode is out, so you can go check out Dialed Archery anywhere you get your podcast. I was listening to it on Spotify, but I'm pretty sure they're everywhere. But yeah, so they invited us. Austin invited us up, or told us we should come to the
Okay.
Great American Outdoor Show, which is in Pennsylvania, and it's a 9-day show.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and so I texted Jeff with Vantage Point Archery, and I was like, "Hey, are you guys going to this show?" And he was like, "Yes." And would you like to work the booth one of the days? I was like, yeah, man, I could probably work maybe 2 days. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking like the 9th through the 11th, which is the last 3 days of the show.
Yeah.
This is February, by the way, for those keeping up. But even if I don't go then, I wouldn't mind taking time off work. But yeah, that would be a good time to buy something. I know that everyone who is anybody is there,
Pretty much. Yeah.
but I was thinking we could bring a mixer and stuff, and
Yeah. It'd be an easy. I think it'd be an easy way to go up and hang out and meet some people.
yeah,
Maybe do a handful of podcasts while we're there, and also give us an opportunity to kind of check it out and see how we could fit in if we want to
hmm
get involved ourselves. Because
I just don't know that we can do a 9-day show.
it certainly require taking a lot of time off.
Well, and mentally, I would just be blasted.
Yeah, but there's no
But
way we do it by ourselves. We'd have to get help.
yeah,
That's no. Those are long days. I mean
yeah,
that show that we did in Georgia by ourselves. Those were 2 long days.
yeah, yeah. If you've never, for those of you that are in the industry and have gone and worked a booth or done shows, you know what we're talking about. But for those of you that haven't, it's wild. Usually, I mean, it's like what 9 to 7 or something like that,
It's
ten
yeah,
to seven.
it's crazy. And I mean that's when the show floor is open, right? You still
Yeah,
got to get there early to get your stuff set up, and depending on how they have everything organized and coordinated, you may have to put stuff away at night, which means you got to get in early to set back up. And um, hell, the Seawee, we love going to Seawee.
yeah,
I'd go to Seawee for free, or I'd pay to go to Seawee, and
yeah,
it's still exhausting. So
yeah. Seaweed's a lot of fun. The shows are way different. They're just Man, they're just so drawn out, and it's like the entire day is spent having the same conversation over and over and over. So you just repeat yourself for 10 hours, 11
pretty,
hours,
yeah,
and then you leave. By the time you get out, it's like everything's closed, and you try to eat something and tie one on so you can go to bed. And then before you know it, you're up and back at the show again. It's rough.
it is rough, but beats manual labor, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely easier than working like in an oil field or something, I would guess. Never worked in an oil field, but it looks like a lot of work.
I
Yeah.
bet it is.
We also talked last week about potentially having a new sponsor, and we did get it. I don't have a
Ew.
promo code yet, so
Uh-oh.
we're not going to push it out yet. But I will tell you this: if you're tired of paying $200 to $300 a month on cell phone service, you're going to want to listen. I made the switch, 2 months ago,
Yeah.
and outside of like every once in a while, you can tell that the service isn't as good. But outside of that, I mean, you're usually on Wi-Fi, so it doesn't really matter.
Right.
But as far as functionality of the phone, I can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
And there's certain parts of town where I actually have better service now.
Really?
Yeah, I just had to get out of AT&T. It was crazy expensive.
Yep. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, but you still
Yeah.
got to pay off your phones. That's the
Yeah.
investment.
Yeah, I know. It's I may not be able to hop on their current promotion, but it's even without the current promotion, it's still twice as cheap.
Yeah,
So yeah.
I paid $90 for 2 lines for 3 months.
So do you got to pay like multiple months in advance? Is that the way it works?
The more months you pay, the cheaper it is.
Really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
but they had a $15 a month special, and so that's $30 a month for me and the wife and I, and I bought for 3 months because
Nice.
that was the most it offered was 3 months, which is
Interesting.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 30, 60, so $90 for 3 months of cell phone service for
Right.
2 phones. Pretty crazy. So if that sounds fun to you, as soon as we have a code, we will bring it up so you can go and enjoy that benefit.
And any phone works. You got to unlock the phone.
Yeah, any phone works. Any phone that takes a SIM card.
Right. Right.
Yep.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, that it is. Anyway,
So, oh man, that's something I was going to calendar. Thinking about calendar like hunts. We have a hunt coming up in the first part of, is it November?
yes, sir. November
2nd through the
2nd.
5th.
Yes, I might stay
Okay.
till the 6th, but
Okay.
November 2nd, 3rd, 4th, we're going with it's like a vets dogs for vets type
Yeah.
of organization.
Okay.
Um, with our friend Byron. And Jax is going, I believe, which is
Sweet.
cool. But
All
it's
right.
yeah, they're filming a TV show, and we're going to be out in Camp Hero in Kentucky, which is Jackson County, and then the guys from VPA are also going to be there that same time hunting, just like one county over.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
Just
so I told them
see
that
if we
they
can
should
figure out a way to have them swing by.
100% come by and get some dinner.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah,
Well, if you're down for it, Gavin's Eagle project, we're going to be going to Camp Hero the 12th of October through the 16th.
let me
So
look.
it's about 5 days. The 12th and the 16th will probably be just travel days, but we'll spend that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday building out that blind.
I will be in Helen, Georgia that weekend for Oktoberfest,
Nice.
so I can't go.
Well, no worries. Just figured I'd let you know.
It's
Yeah, it's,
actually
it's gonna be a busy month, man.
yeah, October is pretty crazy. And then I made the promise, like, because we have the birthday and anniversary,
Hmm.
and I made the promise that I would not be out of town for that ever again. So I won't be, but that's yeah. And then Snipers Unknown, I'm going to that. Not we're not participating.
When is that this year?
I'm looking. I think it's the 28th. No, the 28th we have an event.
Yep, it's the Kia with the whiskey thing.
Jeez, when is it? Hmm. Oh, that's November 10th, Veterans Day.
Ah, okay.
So November 10th, 11th, and 12th, I'll be hanging out with.
I'll throw that on the calendar myself.
Yeah, should be fun. I'm just gonna hang out and watch. Maybe be an RO or something,
Cool.
or a gopher. I don't know.
Be
I
fun
just
to
like
help out.
Ortiz,
I'd
and
be
I
down
want
to
to
help
hang out.
out. Yeah. Is are the guys participating or competing again or no?
I think that they are, but separately. I think Lariat. I'm pretty sure he's got seventh group is gonna send him. I think.
Ah, okay.
I can't
So
remember. I can't remember if he
gotcha.
was talking about that or another event. And then I think Jax is going. He's running a dog with Byron.
Oh, cool.
Um, so we'll see how that goes.
Are they
But
having like dog related competition this year?
No, I think they just want to run a dog.
Huh. Well, that's fun.
Yeah. I don't know how to go, but I guess it'd be cool to see a dog out there while they're shooting guns.
Yeah. We'll just walk up and give it pets. You think it cuddles much?
I don't believe it's a pettable dog. I don't know. I'm sure he can pet it,
Yeah, I'm sure he can pet it all he wants. Yeah.
but I think the average person probably shouldn't touch it.
Yeah. When that dog walked up to when that guy walked up to that chick that had the dog in the back of her SUV and we were all on that bus and it
Mhm.
went nuts at that guy, that conversation and the response inside
Yep.
was the funniest conversation. One of the funniest conversations I have ever heard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't
It's
know if I don't know if you remember what I'm talking about, but I'll remind you afterwards.
Go ahead and remind me.
No, I'm not reminding you on this call or on
Oh,
this on
okay.
the podcast.
Was it bad?
No, it was just yeah, for the sake of yeah, it was bad.
Okay. Was it the Geechee Gunna guy?
Yes.
It was? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I
he
remember
had
now.
walked up and then the lady was like, he just doesn't like when people just walk up on me like that. And somebody in the bus was like, no, that dog's just racist or something like that. And
Yeah.
it was funny.
Yeah. It was funny.
Much more
You
was
know
said than that, but it was fun nonetheless.
Yeah, yeah. You know, he lives here, and he does, like, shooting competitions all the time.
That's really
Yeah, he was always trying to he's asked me more than once to go out with him, and I've never gone.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I should go. It'd be fun to run a gun in a competition.
Gabe was doing that for a while. Gabe Gomez.
Mhm.
He was doing some competition pistol shooting locally. I don't know where if he's still doing it, but he's another person you could get in contact with if you wanted to dip your toe into that.
I mean, I need another hobby, like, I don't need another hobby,
Yeah,
but
same. I
but
don't
I
have
do
time
have
for
a
the hobbies
gun.
I do. I don't have time for the hobbies I do have. So
Right? Yeah.
what's one more? I won't have time for it anyways.
Yeah. 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 It's there's so much stuff that I wanna do, and then I'm like, "No." I get to like, when I got into the Glocks, it's like,
Yeah,
now I have 2 fully built, like, competition Glocks for
yeah,
what?
yeah. You have a bit of an addictive personality.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
bad, man.
something um, piques your interest. You're either completely off or you're 150% in.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is dangerous
I used to be
because
the same way. Kids uh, has an effect on that.
yeah,
Even if I want to go all in on something, I just can't.
I don't think I'll have that issue anytime soon.
I don't think you will either.
What are you doing the rest of the day?
I'm cooking with mom's gonna come over and we're cooking a shrimp stew. Um, gotta make some smoke blocks. I gotta edit this thing and get this posted.
How did those fig preserves come out or not yet?
They turned out okay. We've still got a bunch more. So we gotta make more.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I gotta bring you some tomorrow. If I can meet up with you tomorrow or Tuesday, I'll bring you blocks. I'll bring you your 2 bottles of whiskey you have here, your salted caramel corn,
Oh,
popcorn,
yeah.
and some of the preserves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bring
Okay.
you a basket full of shit.
Sounds like a good time. So I can restock the kitchen.
Yeah.
Dude, they're coming Friday to do like the finishing touches of the cabinets
Okay.
because they're like, this the last thing we'll do is put down quarter round and just kind of like finish it off, seal up some stuff.
Yeah.
And they got to hang or put in one more drawer pull. And that's it. After that, I can move back into my kitchen,
Nice, man.
which I'm really looking forward to. Like right now, I have stuff kind of in the shelves, but not everything is put up. So I still have totes all over the place with
Hmm.
junk in it. But we're also going to get, I think I'm going to get a storage unit and just unload, just get everything out of the house.
Dude, storage units are great.
Yeah. I need to get one. There, the one like right down the street from me is $100 a month. So I was gonna see if the neighbor wanted half of it.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Just get a lock and share a key. Super
Yeah.
easy.
Yep.
I like mine a lot. Mine is because my garage here at the house is primarily a workshop with whiskey and whitetail stuff and now Jessica stuff. The storage unit that I have, one half of it is all hunting and camping stuff. I have a couple shelves in there that keep stuff organized, and I have totes stacked, and they're all labeled by
Hmm.
season or by activity or whatever. And then the other side is part of it is some staves and stuff for whiskey and whitetails, and then tons of like kids stuff, seasonal stuff, all that stuff. And it's just nice to not have that stuff here at the house anywhere. It's not cluttering up a closet or
Yeah.
storage space. And it's not even 5 minutes down the road, so it's nothing to go pick it up.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm. Yeah, I just need it. I need to get stuff out of the garage. I'll probably put one of the motorcycles in there too, and just you know,
Be able to actually navigate your garage.
yeah. I would like to be able to pull her car in there, which is the goal. Which
Yeah.
there's no way that's going to happen right now. There's just junk everywhere. Also, speaking of her car, I'm very proud of myself. This is the first time I've ever done this. I guess I should say we paid off her car.
Nice.
Not like dropped money on it. Like we paid our monthly payment
Yeah.
for 3 years or 4 years, whatever it's been.
Right. And,
I've never done that
then you
before.
made the last one.
Yeah, I've made the last payment.
And then have you got the title in yet?
No, I don't really care. It's crazy to me. I don't think we've ever owned a car that long,
Yeah.
like long enough to pay it off. Usually you sell it and pay it off, or I
Sure.
sell it and pay it off. But it's like I just got a $900 a month raise. So
Nice.
by paying it off, I don't mean like a work raise. I mean like I don't have to pay
Yeah.
$900 a
Yeah.
month on our car anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, which is
It's,
cool.
it's a good feeling.
Yeah. Now I'm like rich.
What can I
can
spend that
buy.
on?
Well, the first month is gonna just go into savings, but I told her I think she's gonna take 3 months of payments and do like stage 2,
Ah,
intercooler, exhaust, all that stuff. So that'll be fun. For those that
yeah.
don't know, I used to be a massive car person, and my wife still is. So now that
Fix
it's
it
paid
up.
for.
Get it all
Well, it's just
tuned
like
up.
if we break it, I don't have to pay to fix it and pay a car payment.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a benefit.
Right.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. She'll be happy.
Yeah. I
Now she can
posted
now she can
yeah,
sit in traffic and go.
yeah, a little faster.
Yeah, she can just sit faster in traffic.
Yeah. Dude, it's crazy how bad traffic is for her coming over the Ravenel.
Yeah.
It's
I've seen it.
nuts.
It's not cool.
Yeah. And then the other day when that officer involved shooting,
Yeah.
they shut down 526.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see all the pictures of his body?
Nah.
I guess they shot him like right in front of people, and a bunch of people took pictures and videos of it.
Sweet.
Yeah. But yeah, traffic was screwed for the entire weekend almost.
Damn.
Yeah. Crazy. People were
I did not.
canceling appointments because they couldn't get over there.
Oh yeah, that screws up everything around here. There's
Yeah.
only like, I mean, to get from the peninsula to Mount Pleasant, there's only really two main ways to do it, unless you drive all the way up and north and then take Francis Marion
Yeah.
essentially and go around everything. It's the Ravenel Bridge or the 526, whatever that was.
Hmm.
It's not the Don Holt, is it? I don't know. I can't remember.
I
Keep
think
track
it
of it.
is the
I've
Don
lived here
Holt.
15 years and don't know all the names of the damn bridges.
I'm pretty sure it is the Don Holt.
But
At least I hear that word every morning on the radio.
yeah. The yeah, I saw pictures of like videos of like sheriff's deputies and stuff with ARs walking through traffic, but I didn't see any of the other stuff. I'll have
Yeah.
to look it up.
Next time I see it, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess he got out of the truck and was coming towards the back of the truck, and they shot him right there.
Damn.
And he was just laying in the street behind the truck. It was a blue Nissan Frontier.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like old Frontier or newer one? Do you
Like
know?
the middle.
Oh.
Like, you remember the one I had, the white one?
Yeah,
It was like newer than that.
Hmm.
So like 2000s maybe.
So not the ones that were really fun and easy to cut out the wheel well and lower slam it to the
No.
ground and
No, not like mine.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy, that truck, man. I was thinking, Andy brought it up the other day that I had that truck when I was 15 years old into 16. I think I sold it when I was 17. And then when I lived in that apartment in Newport News, Virginia,
Mhm.
when I lived in there, I bought it back. I had that
Nice.
truck, the same exact truck. It looked the exact same. Like the guy didn't do anything different to it.
Wow,
It's interesting.
it's crazy. Usually when you buy something like that, it's to play around with it, right?
Yeah.
Toy around.
Truck was dope. It was a work truck. It was basically brand new, but it was a fleet truck, so it had like nothing nice about it at all. So it was super cheap, but it was nice. I liked it. It looked cool from the outside. I'll say that.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, I looked like I was balling until you get in it and you're like, "What is this? There's
Yeah.
no radio in here."
Plastic seats.
Yeah, plastic seats, flat door panels.
Rolling their windows down with the
Yep, manual windows. It had manual brakes. Didn't have power brakes.
damn
Yeah,
power steering. Probably wasn't
mm,
much to it with that little thing.
no power steering. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fun.
I remember the first one of the first times I drove an old F-150 with no power steering. I was like, holy shit,
Yeah,
it's fun stuff.
I've had a lot of cars without power steering over the years. It's parasitic drag, man. Slows you down when you got 108 horsepower. You gotta you gotta start removing stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
parasitic
good times.
drag, car nerd.
Yeah, you're a car nerd.
I
Sometimes I
mean,
wish I was still in it, but it's like I could build some badass cars today.
yeah,
It's just I got too many other hobbies. It's too expensive. But
yeah. Did you hear that?
no,
No. Okay. Uh,
what happened?
Discord notification. I didn't know if you could hear that or not.
No, people talking on the discords.
I don't know.
Yeah, um, yeah. I got some people coming to pick up. I posted I had that old washer and dryer that only works on one setting.
Yeah,
Like I'm not going to sell it, but it's also too heavy to move. I can't move it
yeah.
by myself. And like my dryer is still. I have a stackable dryer. The dryer is still sitting on the ground because I can't. I don't have anybody here to help me pick it up and move it.
Damn. Did that weird guy ever come pick up that oven?
Which weird guy?
I know there was a weird guy that was texting you and was
Oh
gonna.
yeah, he did.
He did really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Turns out he's in the Navy, active.
Oh,
Yeah. He was a ship's cook.
interesting. Is he gonna bring it on the ship?
He was saying that he works for like NSA black sites and stuff.
Oh, well, that seems like a very specific thing to just tell people.
Yeah. I was like, well, you know the word, so you're probably right. I don't know. He was fine, but he's got a house and he put a door like on his stairway or something. I don't remember exactly how he said it. I think the stairway splits and he put a
Okay,
door for his side of the upstairs
gotcha.
and a door for the other side, and he Airbnbs it out.
Nice,
Yeah. It's like I'm never home, so I don't really care. I was like, interesting. But yeah, he put a
smart.
stove like in an upstairs bedroom.
That sounds
It's weird, right?
not up to code at all.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. But no, he did get it. But yeah, this washer and dryer, dude, I posted for free. I was like, you just have to. I'm not going to help you move it. You got to have somebody. You got to bring people to move it.
Yeah.
And I posted it, sat my phone down, came back, and I had like 30 Facebook messages.
Ugh.
That many people need a
Facebook
broken washer and dryer.
Marketplace makes me anxious.
Yeah.
I hate posting stuff on there because it's just like God. It's all the messages.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still available?
Yeah. I don't even answer this. I just delete it. Is this still available? Delete.
Because every time they ask that, you reply with a detailed reply, and they don't say anything.
They don't say anything back.
Have you ever seen the little videos of like if Facebook Marketplace was a real place?
No.
And it's like a guy standing there with like a nice thing, and a person walks up and goes, "Is this still available?" And the guy's like, "Yes." And the guy just walks away, doesn't say anything, just leaves. And then the guy and then another one comes up and goes, and he's sitting there with uh, how much is this? $1,000. And he's like, "Will you take 100?" And then he's like, "No." And the guy walks away, and it's just like it's really funny, and it is exactly what it's like.
Yeah. The art of negotiation is gone.
Oh yeah, it doesn't exist anymore.
I do it. See, when I buy stuff on Facebook, I do it. I don't even negotiate. I wait till I get there because people today have no communication skills and they're just like, so
You broke. I'm
yeah,
broken.
yeah. So it's $100 and I get there and I look at it and I go, I got 60. And then they just stare at you like dumbfounded. Like, did you just speak to me in a human language? And I don't like confrontation. So I don't know how to say, I won't take 60. I need 80. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Here's $60. Thanks. Have a good day. Then they'll message you and be like, I really didn't want to sell it that cheap. You had your opportunity, man.
Yeah, you should. It was very simple. All you had to say was, "I'd like to get at least 80,"
Yeah.
because
You could have had a
I
conversation
was
with me.
prepared to pay the full 100 if you were going to be that hard about it, but I had to try.
Yeah. The guy that bought the stove did that.
Yeah.
What did I want? 250 or something? He showed up and was like, he gave me $200 and he was like, this is all I could get out of the ATM. And they were like $100 bills.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you can Venmo me the rest. And he was like, well, I don't have Venmo. And I was like, you have Cash App? Because like, is it free? We can set up Cash App right now. And so he sat there and he made a Cash App
You're
so that he
such a
could
dick.
send me the other $50. It took like 20 minutes. I just stood there and waited for him to set up Cash App.
Oh, good.
He's like, I'm waiting for a confirmation email. I was like, okay.
First off, ATMs don't spit out $100 bills.
No, you lied to me. If you didn't lie to me, I'd probably
Yeah.
have been like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, what a dick.
I mean, casino ATMs probably do, but we don't have any of
Maybe.
those around my house.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's funny though.
Yeah. That's the way to do it. You're not going to outsell a salesman, as they say.
Yeah. The art of
Sell
persuasion.
fire to an Eskimo.
No. You don't want to sell fire to an Eskimo. You sell water to a whale.
Sell water to a whale. Could sell drugs to a drug addict.
I could teach my child how to do that.
Yeah.
It's not too hard.
We should get into it. We should start doing that. Selling drugs, that is.
Oh, yeah, sure. That sounds like a smart plan.
Yeah. I'm interested. Yeah. So do you have any bucks you're targeting? Have you looked?
No.
Have you pulled your camera?
I haven't pulled it. I haven't looked at any of my cameras. I don't even know what's out there. So,
Well,
I have no idea. To be honest with you, man, like I still am. So I spent one season, four seasons ago, obsessing over certain deer that I was getting on camera, and it ruined the season for me.
Yeah.
And so I'm very hesitant to obsess over pictures like that again. I have much more fun just going out and sitting and seeing what I see. You know, hunt the spot, look at the sign, set up, and see something great. If not, it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah.
But I'll probably check, see what I got, and move some cameras around here this week. Now that the weather's cooling off a little bit, and I'm not going to stink up my spots where I really like to hunt later in the year. Because this is what I usually just hunt club stands this time of year, and then when it starts to finally cool off, I'll start moving more into my spots that I really like. Because I just hate getting in there early and stinking it up.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I get that. Well, I can tell you, my one camera out there has nothing on it. There's
Nothing at all.
Once the corn was gone, which was just a doe.
Yeah.
And raccoons. Once that was gone, I had one buck show up at like 4 a.m. 8 point, and like small scrub buck.
Yeah.
And what's the difference between a scrub buck and a basket buck?
I don't know. Basket rack is usually just really close together. Young is really close.
I know, but if someone's like, if you're like, that's not a basket, that's a scrub.
I don't pay that much attention to it. It's either it's mature, or it's not.
I know that the scrub bucks are like young.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's like an actual definition. We should look that up.
It's probably in the redneck dictionary.
Yeah, the redneck. That's exactly what it would be. It's like, well, it's like a 2.5-year-old deer that doesn't grow good rack. That's a scrub buck. Then
It's the bad genetics.
Yeah,
it's bad genetics.
He's
You gotta take him out.
I don't want no scrubs. A scrub is a buck that can't get no love from me. There's the cough.
Yeah, laughing will do it.
Yeah. But yeah, there's nothing out there. I think that this might be, I say this every year, but
every year.
For real, this might be my last year.
Yeah. If I could find a cool little property like you have, that they'd be okay with bringing kids out there, I probably would too.
I just don't know that I'll have access to this property next year.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna definitely make use of it this year. When I was walking out, it was dark and there was a buck. His eyes were level with my eyes. And I was like, I wonder how close
I cow.
No, it was definitely a buck. I mean, he could have been standing on something. It was dark. I don't know.
Oh.
But I mean, it's flat terrain. There's no mountains here. But I was like, I wonder how close I can get to him. And I just started walking towards him, just looking him right in the eyes. And he did this, like, he moved his head down. And it made me think of that story Matt was talking about with the panther.
Oh, yeah.
He saw a panther. Because when he did that, I was like, if that's a cat, it's in a tree. But his eyes were pretty far apart. I was like, it's a big animal, whatever it is. And then he turned around and took off. But when he took off, his white tail hit a tree branch. It was hanging down. That was taller than me. So it was a pretty decent sized deer.
No shit.
I'm hoping I can find him again.
Yeah. I hope you do.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a lost elk.
Could have been a lost elk. Also, the guy that helped me cut the baseboards, he has a hunting property in Ravenel
Yeah,
which is like, you know where that is. It's
I
it's
do.
it's literally what, 10 miles from my house, something like
Not
that.
far at all.
He was showing me trail camera pictures. They have black bears, like
I
a
don't
lot of
I
them.
don't I don't doubt it.
That's crazy. I've
They'll
never seen.
follow the like the river systems. Like they'll just like follow down the rivers.
That makes
So
sense
like
because right by the
so if
stone
you
now.
yeah, if you do enough like research, the like the Stono, yeah. And out here with Givens and where we hunt at the club, there have been bear sightings not far from there
Yeah,
in past years. It's not super frequent, obviously, but yeah, it happens.
it's just crazy to see. I know they're not going to be on. I mean, I know they can swim, but I don't know that they would come to the island. I don't think there's enough drive to push them over
Yeah.
that waterway.
Maybe they just hop in the river and float. It's nice and cool. It's hot.
Could be.
Just go for a float for the
That's what I
hundred
would do
something
if I was
miles
a
down
bear.
the yeah.
It would be hundreds of miles. They floated down here from Colombia.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Just chilling.
100%. All right, I'm gonna go. These people will be here any minute to pick up that washer and dryer. So
Cool. Well, enjoy the rest of your weekend, sir. And folks, thanks for joining. As always, you can check out whiskeyandwhitetails.com. Use code podcast to get 20% off all of our cool stuff on there. Holidays are coming around, so we'll start having some promotions for that sort of thing. And if you have not checked out Patreon, patreon.com/whiskeyandwhitetails. Join for
yeah,
as low as $3 a month. We got a cool Patreon hunt we're putting together at the beginning of December. Should be a lot of fun. So it's not too late to get in on that.
yep. And we will sit with you and show you places you can hunt, and then you can ultimately pick your own spot. But we have it all dialed out. What you got to buy, where you got to go,
Yep.
all that. So if you're interested in hunting with us, December 1st through the 3rd. I think we're going to go out there the 30th, right?
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
So Thursday through Sunday, which you can hunt on Sundays now in South Carolina and the WMA. So I think it's what, $200 total for a tag, and you got to buy a WMA license, and
I
you
think
got to
so.
buy a buck tag and a hunting license, and
All the out of state stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, something
yeah.
like that.
But that's all you got to spend because we're going to pay for the food and everything else. But
For
yeah,
sure.
if you want to do it, patreon.com/whiskey and whitetails, and that's where you can find it. Cool. All
All
right.
right.
Thanks for hanging out.
All right. Bye.
Drinking whiskey.